Welcome back to Behind the Drama. Today we're joined by 90 Day Fiancé stars Matt and Amani. How are you both feeling today?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful day.
I'm so excited to learn more about you. You're on the new season of 90 Day. What can you tease about your journey on this season?
Oh boy.
It's going to be crazy.
It's a bumpy road.
Yeah.
Like, buckle up.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to learn everything. You're the show's first ever throuple. How does it feel to have that title as the franchise's first throuple?
Feels surreal. It also is like scary because, we don't know how the people are gonna react. So.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed at all. I mean, have you seen these lovely ladies?
Now, what inspired you to pursue a throuple relationship?
I think it just fell in our lap.
Yeah, it just happens, and when the going's good, you just stay at it.
They say the best things just come to you. You don't look for them. So that's kind of how it happened for us. We weren't like actively looking to be in a throuple or anything like that. Yeah.
And how did you meet Anie?
We met her in Mexico when we were at the club on vacation.
And were you instantly drawn to her?
Yeah, she is a towering kind of person. She demands
She's
her
very
attention.
social. I'm more like the shy person. She's very social. She started the conversation with me and Matt, and she's so easy to talk to.
And what do you think are the biggest misconceptions about being in a throuple relationship?
That's like, it's sister wife.
Right. It's not just like this dream. This is a relationship.
Trust me, these sister wives are not sisters. So.
It's harder to juggle than you'd imagine.
Now, what drew you to Anie, and can you talk a little bit more about your relationship with her and how that dynamic works out being in a throuple for people who maybe don't understand or haven't heard of a throuple before?
Yeah. Anie's a wonderful person. She's fantastic. Just being around her, she's definitely one that brings the energy up in a room. So she's easy to be with. She makes it comfortable for both of us, actually.
She kind of has like both our personalities. Like something in the middle. It has something of each one of us, but she could also like complement each one of us. Like she's a very perfect fit in our personality for sure.
And what do you both hope for your future with her? Without spoiling anything that's going to happen this season, but like what were you hoping for going into the season?
For this not to be long distance anymore.
Right. We want to bring this, under one roof and not have to separate each other. It takes a lot out of us to be away so long.
I feel like it must be difficult. Any kind of like long distance relationship is hard.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you also mentioned in a previous episode that you might need to get a divorce for one of you to marry Anie. How did you come to that decision, and like was that difficult to like talk about as a couple who's been together for so long?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a wonderful 10 years married to Amani, and to sacrifice that is bittersweet, but there's a greater good here.
It's hard, and I think when we initially started talking about it, it's not as surreal as it is now because we're approaching that moment very soon. So it's hard, but it's like one of those things. Like divorce is not looked at negatively now. It's like to open a new chapter, a happy chapter.
Yeah.
And is there any concerns? I know you talked about in the first episode that there might be some jealousy issues. Is that something that you're worried about going forward?
You're gonna have to watch, I guess.
It's definitely something that every relationship goes through. I think ours was a little different, but our communication has really stepped up. So,
what are the aspects of being in a throuple that make you feel more empowered or confident?
I think just being able to be yourself in this throuple, and then just like I personally feel so empowered in our relationship as a throuple.
Right. Having these two ladies under my arms, like, I look like I won the lottery. So.
Now, were you both fans of the 90 Day franchise? How did you come to being on the show?
We used to watch 90 Day Fiancé like Die Hard a couple of years ago. Then we stopped watching for a bit. We never thought we'd be on it because we were married.
Yeah, we didn't do the K1 visa, but we have a very similar story that we got married very quickly. And
two different cultures. That's why I love watching the show, seeing two different cultures merge together and go through that like in dating, But I actually, we were once on vacation, Matt, Anie, and I was like, you know what? This is something that 90 Day Fiancé have not seen yet. So I actually reached out to 90 Day Fiancé myself, and they really loved the idea. And I think there's no better platform than 90 Day Fiancé to really tell our story because it's such a great show that shows so much diversity and inclusion. And I think it was like a natural next step to show like polyamory relationship. So
Definitely. And what about a throuple relationship is a better fit for both of you as opposed to maybe a monogamous relationship?
I'm bisexual. It's natural to me. So
Yeah. And I mean, you know, there's just more for me. I enjoy it.
Okay. How do you hope to empower other people who are in throuple relationships by being on the show?
I think I would like to say we want to empower not just throuple, but even people who are not in a throuple who are considering doing something like this. Is if you be true to yourself, make sure you communicate with your partner. If it's something you want to do, like, do it. Don't let being married stop you from that. Don't let having kids stop you from that. Like, always just be true to yourself.
The 90 Day Fiancé fans, they have a lot of opinions. How do you handle the haters like on social media and seeing comments?
I try not to read.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I got a beautiful wife. I got a lovely fiance, girlfriend. You know, getting into a little bit of everything. I got beautiful children. Everyone loves each other. That's all I care about.
Just post and ignore the comments. That's all.
Yeah.
Just don't read.
Yeah.
I want to say that at least we're living to our true selves and we're being brave and being out there. And then people just need to stop judging. Worry about yourself. Worry about your life. And to be honest, whatever they say, we don't really care.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, I think that's definitely a healthy way to approach this. Now, when it comes to the 90 Day Fiancé franchise, there's lots of like fan favorite cast members. Have any of the past cast members reached out to either of you? Have you formed any friendships?
I think we proactively reached out.
Yeah, I reached out, and
Yeah.
you know, Kenny's a great guy.
Oh, Kenny, I love him. He's so sweet.
I know he's embraced me, and I really appreciate that.
I love that. What about you?
I've reached out to some people on my season. Stevie's so nice. I really love her. Jessica, Aaliyah. Those are more people from my season. Shekinah, but that's about it. But I should be probably reaching out to more people. I'm shy.
Now, what has surprised you both the most about being on the show?
People think like, oh, is this fake? Did they script this? But being part of the show, like, is crazy how surreal everything is and the emotions are hidden and everything is just like out there raw on the table. Like, it made me just appreciate the vulnerability of the other cast members throughout all these years that have done multiple seasons. Yeah, they really bear all their whole life in front of everyone. Yeah.
Now, there was also some like chatter online about maybe some drama, maybe with another cast member. Can you set the record straight? Like, what was going on with that?
Already. Listen, I'm gonna say what's on my mind. I'm just gonna be clear about it. And if I see something wrong, I'm gonna speak up and I'm gonna give my opinion. A lot of people will think something and then they will just hide behind their little comments or just like think it and move on. I just thought it's something to address. I really don't believe into like fake advertising things or pushing products that really didn't work the way you're saying they're working. So I just wanted to speak up. I know I pissed a lot of people off, some fans or whatever. I don't have anything against that person. It's just like the false advertisement side of things.
Well, thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Behind the Drama. Make sure to tune into 90 Day Fiancé on Sunday nights to see more of Matt and Amani's journey. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.